Hey guys, so welcome to my first YouTube video. This is a look inspired by I Love Sarah High on Instagram. She did a look like this and I wanted to recreate it, so yeah, here we go. So first thing, I'm going in with my primer. This is the Flormar Illuminating Primer Makeup Base and it's gorgeous for dry skin. So I just use this as a base for my foundation. And the foundation I'm using today is MAC NC30 Studio Fix Fluid, and I'm using this colour because I am wearing tan. I love this foundation. A lot of people have mixed reviews about it, but I really do like it. And I use a Morphe flat top kabuki brush to blend this into the skin. So I kind of go in with pattern motions and I press it into the skin. I do kind of swipe the foundation around first just to make sure I have it covered everywhere, but I always pat it in because it just gives a flawless finish. And make sure as well that I blend it down onto the neck because I want to be all the one colour. I don't want to have any harsh lines around the jaw or anything like that. I want to make sure it's all blended in nicely. And make sure you get up into the hairline as well. You don't want to have like a really white scalp and an orange face, so make sure it's all blended in. So for my brows, I'm going in with MAC's brow gel in the shade Dipdown. This is a dark brow gel, but I do like my brows a little bit darker. So I take a Aoife wing liner brush and I kind of create hair strokes first with the brow gel, kind of at the start of the brow, just to make sure it's more natural looking. And then as I come to the tail of the brow, I want to make sure it's more defined and structured, so I go a little bit heavier handed. Now I'm taking a Aoife smudger brush and I'm using this with some concealer and I'm carving out my brows. I always carve out brows, I just think they look way nicer. And like if you do have like a few stray hairs, your concealer is kind of like your Tipex, so it just gets rid of them basically. Yeah, it just creates a really defined brow and it looks so nice in pictures. So I really take my time with this just to make sure I don't mess up. Then I kind of pat it all over the rest of the lid just to make sure I have an even base. Now I'm taking a big fluffy brush and I'm just blending out the rest of the concealer all over the lid just to make sure I have an even base for my eyeshadow. So once that's all blended, I then take my wing liner brush again and go into the other brow and just create the same shape on the other side, kind of starting out the bottom and brushing the product up through the brows to make it more natural looking. Make sure to always kind of step back from your mirror and have a look at the brows just to make sure one isn't going like another way than the other. Make sure they do look as even as you can make them. So then on the other side, I'm just taking the concealer again and carving out that brow just to make sure they look the same and they're even. Brows are so important. They really frame the face. Like when I started out this, like if you look back a few minutes ago, my brows were just horrible. Now I'm taking the Naked Skin concealer in the shade Light Warm and I'm placing this underneath my eyes. I use a lot of concealer, so don't be afraid. I just love how this concealer, it's so full coverage and it like really brightens up. I have really bad dark circles, so it gets rid of them. I also place it on my chin, on the bridge of my nose and my forehead. And then I think I put some on my lids as well, just for extra coverage. And I'm taking the Inglot 4SS brush and I'm just blending that out. When you look at this, you can kind of see my foundation looks a little bit darker than my neck, but I do prefer to use a darker foundation and go in with a lighter concealer, and it kind of just cancels them out. And it just gives a really nice light under eye. I really do like bright under eyes. So I just keep blending that out. I did add some underneath my cheekbones as well, just for some extra definition. And I just keep blending it out, just to make sure there's no harsh lines. And I'm taking my Morphe flat top kabuki brush again and just going over that, just to make sure it's all blended together. And just keep patting it into the skin. I'm not rubbing it because I don't want to move it around, I just want to press it into the skin and make it really flawless looking. So once that's all blended in, I take my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Light, and I use my Inglot 4SS brush, and I just pat this in to the areas that I put the concealer. So just really lightly pressing that into the skin. I'm not rubbing it, I don't want to move the product around, I just want to set the product. See how now my face matches the rest of me, whereas when I just put on the foundation it would look like my face is a little bit darker, but this is just the way I find it works best for me. So yeah, once that is all done, I'm now moving on to the eyes. I'm taking my Inglot 6SS brush and I'm taking Brown Script Shadow from MAC and I'm placing that into the crease. So next I'm taking the same shadow and just a smaller brush and placing that into the crease again and just further defining the shadows. I then take the same brush and I place it underneath the lash line and really smoke it out. I'm then taking my nylon shadow from MAC and I'm highlighting my brow bone. And then just going back in the brush and just making sure everything is flawlessly blended together. So my camera actually died out here. So all I did was I placed a gold shadow onto my lid, just as I did there. That was all I did. I used some Fix Plus with that just to make it more metallic looking, and I just pressed that into the lid and blended it out softly. Now I'm taking nylon shadow from MAC and placing it into the inner corner as an inner corner highlight. Now I'm going in with Sketch shadow from MAC as well. This is actually a blusher and I'm placing that underneath the lash line to smoke it out. I'm going in with my gel liner now. This is the Inglot 77 gel liner and I think I mixed it with some Duraline, and I'm just taking that Aoife wing liner brush and I'm just creating a really thin line on top because we want it to be more smudged out on the lash line underneath, not on top. So yeah, just going over that. And now I'm taking a smudger brush from Aoife and a little bit of black shadow and placing that on the outer corner and also placing it underneath the lash line. And I'm kind of winging out that shadow a little bit just to create that winged out lower lash line effect. And I'm taking Sketch shadow again with, I think this is a Aoife small luxe brush, I'm not sure, I can't remember the name of it, I'll link it down below, and I'm just winging that out again. So I'm going back in again. I think this is a MAC 217 brush, and with the Brown Script shadow from MAC and just really making sure it's all blended together nicely. And I'm just taking my concealer brush that I used, it's a fluffy concealer brush, and just making sure everything is blended nicely. Now I'm placing the Inglot 77 gel liner onto my lash line as well, just for extra definition, and taking the black shadow and smoking that out. Just really want a smoky lash line, lower lash line. And going back in again, you really do repeat yourself with this kind of a look. It's all about building up the layers and making sure your blend is seamless. So I'm taking Brown Script again on my, I can't read that brush, I don't know what it is, I think it could be a Aoife one, and just smoking it out and going back in again. It's really repeat yourself just to make sure you build it up to the definition you want. I'm just wiping away any fallout now with my 4SS brush. And I'm just going back in with that smudger brush and just kind of smoking out the top lash line again. Now I'm using my Inglot False Lash Effect Mascara and just putting loads of that on. And then after I have this done, I think I go in with my lashes, which are the Penney's individual lashes. I love these so much. These are so nice, you can really build them up. So when I apply these, I use my duo glue and a tweezers. I really place them as close as I can get to the lash line as possible, just so they really blend in nicely with your own lashes. As you can see, I'm just really trying to push them as close to the lash line as possible. And I really like to build these up, and they look so nice. So then I'm going back in with my gel liner and just kind of trying to cover up the lash glue. It will dry up, but I was too impatient. I just wanted to go over it with some black gel liner. And then I get my tweezers and I kind of just pinch the lashes together. Now I'm going in with my dark deepest bronzer from MAC. This is a mineralized skin finish, and I'm using a Morphe big powder brush, and I'm using this to bronze. So yeah, I'm going in with the bronzer and I'm really just warming up my face. I'm placing it on my cheekbones, around my nose. I'll place it on my forehead as well, bronze up my forehead, and along my jawline. Next, I'm going in with Physicians Formula PH Matchmaker blush. I'm actually not sure what the shade of this is, but it's a really nice pink blush. And I'm using a Morphe blusher brush for this, and just placing it on the apples of my cheek. I used to never wear blush, but I really like it now. I like having a little bit of colour to the face, just a small amount. I don't go mad with it. And then after my blusher, I'm going in with Inglot Sparkle Dust in the shade 01. And I'm placing this on my cheekbones. This is a gorgeous highlighter. It is so nice. It's really intense, which I love. I place this everywhere. I place it on my cheekbones, around my forehead, the temples on my forehead. I place it on my Cupid's bow, on the tip of my nose as well, and on my chin. I just love to look really glowy. I just think it looks so nice. So I just keep on building that up. I just love looking really glowy. I think it's such a big thing now, highlighter, but it does look so nice. So then I'm taking MAC Nylon again, and I'm taking, I think it's just a small shader brush, and I'm placing that underneath the brow bone to highlight. And I highlight the Cupid's bow again. See, it just looks so nice. Now for lips, I'm using the new Retro Matte liquid lips from MAC. I'm using the shade Burnt Spice, I think it is. Yeah, it's Burnt Spice. Oh my god, this is my new favourite lipstick. It is so nice, and they definitely changed the formula, because I tried out their ones they had before and they were horrible. They did not last, they were drying, but they definitely changed the formula. These are just like, I love Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks, and they're kind of just like them. They're really kind of moussey and they last for ages. But is that not such a gorgeous colour? It's such a nice pinky nude. I think these were about €20. I'm not sure, I'd have to check that, but they're definitely around that anyway. But they're so worth it, they're so nice. I got these in the Blanchardstown MAC store. So the one, it's in B2 in the Blanchardstown shopping centre. So I'm just I kind of overdraw my lips a little bit, not too much though, and they just look so nice. This colour is just so nice. And then after I had this all over the lips, I let it dry for a second, and then I put on a lip gloss, and the lip gloss I used is from Penney's. It's so nice, and it smells really nice. It's just from the PS Pro range, and it's just a nude gloss. It matches this perfectly though. It's so nice. It smells so good. It smells really sweet. So yeah, I'm just placing this on top and putting it all over. I love glossy lips. I used to never like them, but I just think they look so good. And they make your lips look bigger. Definitely. A matte lip makes your lips look smaller. So then I'm going in with my MAC Fix Plus, and I'm spraying this all over my face just to set all the powders. This actually doesn't set your face, it just kind of melts the powders into your skin and gets rid of any cakey powdery look. So I'm done, guys. I hope you enjoyed my first video. Yeah, so if you have any questions or want to know anything, just let me know. I'll leave everything listed below that I used. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.